All right, and jumping back in for video number 2 today, didn't realize that I had missed out on this blog post, Shadows of Change, introducing the Changeling. Gotta check this out, right? Because, again, guys, I know that I'm going a little hard on CA about these prices, but come on. You gotta give me something to work with here, people. All right, so let's take a look at it. 4 new legends approach that will turn the world of Total War Warhammer 3 on its head. With them come new units, new campaign mechanics never been seen for in Total War. Plus, much more that will be revealed in coming weeks. Now, listen, when CA says that we've never seen something before, I've heard them say that, and then it was just like something that we haven't seen since Medieval 2, you know what I mean? But they're gonna get upset with me. That's okay. All right. Shadows of Change will arrive in Total War Warhammer 3 as part of update 4.0 on August 31st. You can pre-order Shadows of Change here, and for a limited time enjoy 10% off the launch price. Oh, thanks. Um Following the new content format that we announced back in March, included in Shadows of Change are 3 legendary lords, the Changeling, the Jade Dragon, I'm not going to read all this, guys, and Mother Astankia, along with the legendary hero, the Blue Scribe. We can't wait for you to get your hands on them and put them to good use. And by good, of course, we mean very naughty and bad. Before we get going, let's take a moment to feast our eyes on the announcement trailer. We've already done that. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. Today we're kicking off with the Changeling. For those of you looking to throw the rulebook out the window, this trickster boasts a campaign unlike any other. We'll be back for a closer look at Yuan Bo and Mother Astankia very soon, but before we get stuck into our new lords, let's take a moment to introduce this drop's legendary hero. I thought that said this drip, and I was like, what? Okay, so that model's looking pretty good. I can't lie about that. I do, you know, guys, if you've ever watched my stuff, I'm a sucker for a sick model. Riding atop their disc of Tzeentch, the Blue Scribes are a pair of powerful blue horrors. I'm not going to try to pronounce their names, but you can read them right there. They soar across the mortal and eternal realms, squabbling amongst themselves as they locate fragments of Tzeentch and bind them to parts. With a quill in each hand, crafted from Tzeentch's own feathers, scrawls with abandon before passing it off to Zerthusar, who reads the words aloud to check their accuracy, unleashing devastating spells from the Lord of Change. Often drawn into battle while searching for hotspots of powerful and destructive magic, the Blue Scribes face many dangers. When threatened, Zerthusar will read spells at random, trusting his true master to guide his hand towards the correct scroll for the occasion. Okay, so tell me, is it just random or what? As a wacky caster, this legendary hero grows in power as spells are cast around them thanks to their spell siphon passive. That's neat. Meanwhile, their innate ability, Scrolls of Sorcery, gains a random spell selection at the start of battle. Okay, so we're shuffling. It's not like they're just popping off random stuff the entire battle. That might be a little too insane. Okay, cool. Legendary Lord, the Changeling. The Changeling is the Changer of Ways latest demon of Tzeentch? Is he really? Okay. Latest demon of Tzeentch, and perhaps the most cunning. His true form is lost to time, only Tzeentch recalling his real appearance. This nightmare's commitment to meddling allows him to mirror other legendary characters, not just in appearance, but also in personality and mannerisms. As a lover of conflict, confusion, and disordinance, The Changeling uses warfare as a distraction for those consumed with violence and are easily deceived. And when realization finally dawns, it will almost certainly be too late. Utilizing spells from the lore of Tzeentch, the Changeling claims the forms of those he defeats, forms an alliance with those, or forms an alliance with. I'm misreading that. He defeats slash forms an alliance with through the Formless Horror ability. He can then pick and choose from his collection over the course of the campaign, mimicking their stats, abilities, and spells, and even appearance. With a passive ability, Cloaked and Cowled, the Changeling gains a defensive buff, allowing him to stalk his prey, remaining hidden while on the move, and gaining a boost to his ward save. But that's not all. With the active ability Deceiving Shadows, he can create illusions resembling his natural form that roam the battlefield, toying with your opponent's grip on reality. Trust no one. That's neat. So, I guess that, yeah, I like that. Like you can trick your opponent into chasing basically ghosts while you sneak around the battlefield and do your own thing. I wonder how well that'll work in like multiplayer. Um, but if you guys have seen me play, I can get tricked sometimes by the AI, so we'll see. The trickster cults. The changeling cares not for settlements of his own. Indeed, he outright refuses to capture any. Instead, he infiltrates already established settlements and plants his cults deep within their city walls. After besting a settlement in battle, the changeling may choose to sack or raise what he has conquered instead sneak in his cult undetected. From the enemy's perspective, he's attacked and taken what he wanted and left as quickly as he appeared. If only this were true. Now ruling secretly from within, the changeling may construct either parasitic or symbiotic buildings within a settlement for a variety of benefits, achieving a delicate balance for long-term gain, or indulging in short-term chaos. Hmm. Hmm. So that's neat, but like, where do you generate your armies from? Right? If you can't have your own settlements, like, where do you even get your people from? Symbiotic buildings can increase the settlement's main income, upping how much treasure can be siphoned from it, and spread propaganda to improve diplomacy and turn factions against one another. Alternatively, parasitic buildings are designed to cripple the host settlement, enabling the spread of corruption in an infiltrated region, opening rifts for demon armies to ravage the settlement, or plundering it within or from within without the need to siege the city walls. Okay, that's neat. It's worth noting that a parasite is more easily discovered than a symbiote. Yeah, that makes sense. Ultimately, however, the changeling loves chaos. When a faction has learned to trust him, he may opt to self-destruct his secret buildings and deploy his own armies, spawn rebels at the border, or plunder the settlement without ruffling too many feathers. Stealth is key, however, as making too much noise increases the risk of being discovered, and Karl Franz isn't going to be happy when he learns that Altdorf has been used as a conduit for the Changer of Ways' most perplexing prankster. So, schemes. The Changeling perceives the world as a series of theaters, battlegrounds of wits in which he can enact schemes and sow discord, gain rewards, open rifts, and continue onwards towards the path to the grand scheme. With enough schemes enacted within a theater, perhaps by taking the form of Manfred von Karstein and commanding his thralls to perform a ritual at Castle Drakenhof, a grand scheme becomes available. This triggers a mighty set piece battle that, when victorious, showers the Changeling with special rewards and campaign-changing consequences. Now, is this going to be something that we can do in the main campaign as well, or is it just going to be for Realms of Chaos? Because I hate when I'm locked in with Realms of Chaos for some of the cooler abilities, like the Chaos Dwarfs, man. Like, let me do all the cool like world-ending crap in the realm or in the Immortal Empires, you know? Anyway, the Changeling scheme doesn't just exist within the campaign layer either. He can use the resources gathered from schemes to assist in battle and throw off opponent strategy with wildcard spells and abilities. Take down Orion's forces as Orion himself while leveling the battlefield with Skaven Doom rockets for some unexpected destruction, or acquire Corrin's chainsword and use it against him. The Changeling doesn't simply play chess, he flips the board. Now let's look at the cool stuff. Zongors, look at them. Ooh, I wish I could zoom in. Can I zoom in? Hold on. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Wow, look at that thing. He is fugly and I love it. Yeah, I can't wait to play with him. So, drawn to magic, just like the blue scribes before them, Zongors are unnatural beastmen now serving the Lord of Change. Their animalistic savagery combines well with their keen and cruel intellect. With axes of bone, iron, or crystal at their side, the Zongors are perfect fast flankers with a pennant for hit and run style combat. Utilize their innate vanguard deployment to quickly get to action, increase their weapon strength with arcane charge when in the vicinity of magic, and retreat into the woods to stalk the enemy before striking them once more. Cockatrice. Okay, so that's a cockatrice. Okay, very cool. Though seldom found beyond its lair, the cockatrice is an unsettling avian beast tainted by the forces of chaos. They are known to be hunted by Bretonnian knights, not only because of their strength, but rather their intelligence. Oh, not because they fear their strength, but their intelligence. Okay. Soaring through the sky as a monstrous offensive disabler, the cockatrice can use its petrifying glaze, or not its petrifying gaze to slow enemies, bringing their charge to a crawl before dousing them with acidic vomit to apply heavy poison and striking with its mighty claws. How rude. Okay. Mutilith Vortex Beast. Good lord, look at that thing. Okay, the Vortex Beast is an abomination that should not exist. A terrifying fusion of monster and magic, this creature has been mutated beyond any justifiable reason by the forces of chaos. It is trailed by a raw ball of chaos magic that is anchored to it, warping and twisting reality wherever it steps. Its flesh is stripped from its body, sucked into the vortex on top of its back, and before being remolded and fused back onto the creature. Sorry. Which you can imagine must really change. These guys, the battlefield changes and mutates with every step the beast takes. As a monster of raw magical destruction, the Vortex Beast uses its aura of mutation passive hex to deal direct damage over time to the area surrounding it. But that's not all the Vortex can do. With the gift of mutation, nearby friendly units gain increased defensive bonuses, and with the Tides of Transformation passive, the Vortex Beast can activate a matter explosion, a self-activated detonation that inflicts magical damage and severe knockback with the survivors suffering from disorientation. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Okay, up next, we'll have a more in-depth look at the mighty and inscrutable Changeling in the upcoming Shadows of Change showcase. So keep an eye on the official Total War channel and our socials for further info. We'll be showcasing the other two legendary lords from Shadows of Change over the next couple weeks, and as always, there will be a full suite of patch notes when Update 4.0 arrives on August 31st. See you on the battlefield. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so the Changeling's mechanics sound good. I'm interested to play a different style with him, jumping around and not doing the standard conquest. I mean, that's what makes the Archaon campaign so fun, because you're not conquering, right? You're you're taking, you're taking your fortresses. The rest of it you're leaving to your vassals to do. And I think I think that the more unique kind of standard conquest stuff we can get is really, it's really important for the game's longevity. So I'll give them the thumbs up of approval on this one. I still need to see more, right? Again, I'm gonna buy it, guys. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not, but for those of you out there, before I say, hey, this sounds like a good deal, or maybe you should wait for the sale, I'm going to need more information. Not that you guys really care what I think, but I'm putting it out there anyway. So we'll call it here for the day. And to all my friends, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. Thanks again to everyone for watching. I really couldn't do this without the support of my family, friends, and everyone who is helping me take my dream of becoming a content creator to the next level. I believe this channel will only get better as time goes on, so if you want to aid me in this journey, all I ask is you do what the kids say.
Comment, like, and subscribe!
Thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one.